alikuwa anasema kwamba aliota kwamba akiwa anamalizia na alikuwa anataka kujua wale waendesha pikipiki wana bodaboda wako hapa kweli.
I'm very happy today because we have just met the World Fish Group in partnership with the Migori County Government. I come from Sori Sako and we have benefited from a tent for drying fish. Before we had challenges of drying fish because when it is rainy season, fish don't get dry very fast. But this time now, we only take 1 hour and the fish is dry. As you take it from the lake, in 1 hour's time, the fish is dry. So it is an added advantage and it will make more profit because we don't waste time while using the weather season. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy for the county government of Migori and for the World Fish at large.
Here to receive some support which has come from the World Fish together with Stockholm Environment. Indeed, it is something that is fairly innovative, which is going to go a long way in supporting the fisherfolk because more or less we are handling the value addition in the fishing sector, which has been quite a challenge and is still a challenge within this among the fishermen and women. Because you find that when you get out to fish from the lake, it's just a few hours and then it gets bad. What they have brought is indeed to help in keeping the fish for a longer time, and again for drying of the omena, which the way it's done is horrible, and we are actually appealing to any other supporter because the support we have gotten is so small. You find that as we speak now, during the rainy season, drying omena becomes a challenge because it takes ages for it to dry up and it's spread on the ground. Hygiene is poor. But what these guys have brought here is something that is very, very innovative and is really addressing the issues of health and such. So this is what we are here for. Basically, the first lady who was behind all this initiative, together with the Muranga University Research Department led by Professor Mwata. So that's what we were here for.
Climate change is imminent because everything you see around shows that things are not normal. But the good thing is that under the gender department, there are many climate mitigation activities that are going on. And that is why the women are being put into groups so that they are empowered, they can come up with some businesses, they can come up with activities that can mitigate the climate change. We know that the fisherfolk, most of them, the women, are affected by issues of gender-based violence. They are affected by sexual gender-based violence, and sometimes even they don't have income to be able to take care of their children. So this project that has come here will be able to empower the women to give good nutrition, not just to their children, but even to their spouses and themselves. Even those who need good nutrition, who have got HIV and AIDS, will have enough to eat. And the good thing that we are seeing out of this project is that now health has been taken into a notch higher.
Our interest in the area of the Lake Zone Victoria region, we were trying, this is our first time we are doing a study here in this Lake Victoria region in the part of Kenya. The purpose of the study, this scoping study, which we did last year from March to July 2023, was to understand the impacts of climate change in the livelihood of the fisher communities in Lake Victoria Zone region, which was Homa Bay and Migori counties as the site of our study. And we did a structured household survey, and we also did focus group discussion and key informants to all fish value chain actors. So the issues of gender, meaning that because of scarcity of fish, the women who are fish sale trader find themselves that they have to compromise some of their moral values in order to get fish from these fisher folks. Which is not, some of them, this is not what they wanted, but they find that this is a culture that is going on, and if they want to get that fish, they have to compromise, and they call it nyaboya. And us as researchers, working for development, working to improve the livelihood of the fisher communities, we found that there are several interventions that we can start working with the people. You know, there's also increase in pollution. But some of the intermediate steps, as we are planning for a much bigger and stronger, robust program for the Lake Zone region, or the Great Lakes per se, because Lake Victoria is also in Tanzania, in Uganda. They are also benefiting, and actually they have the largest share of the lake as compared to Kenya. We found that as an intermediate step, as a pilot phase, it's important to think of at least one node of the value chain, the issue of post-harvest loss. So how do we preserve this fish? Because that was one of the factors that our women and men that we interviewed noted, that you know, there was a need. And some, even in some other beaches, they noted they wanted, you know, machine that can make ice flakes so that they could preserve their fish when they have bumper harvest from the lake.